Hello guys, and welcome to another replay analysis. Today we have a Zerg versus Terran. This is Platinum level. Platinum 1 to be specific. This is on the verge of breaking in Diamond League. I'm sure a lot of you have been there before. And we're going to be looking at Nescient, the Zerg's perspective. So we're going to help him figure out what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. How do we get this shit going? How do we get him to Diamond? How do we get him there? Let's figure it out. Let's see what he does. Let's tell him what he does right and then ream him for what he does wrong. Yeah. Oh, you're nice. So he actually said he was playing random in this. And I thought that his opponent might play weird because of the fact that you're random, but you actually told him what race you are. So you're a nice guy. Nescient, you're a nice guy. So now the game should look pretty standard because, I mean, you told him what you are. But now, if we were going to go full meta here, Tracker over here is like... Is he lying? He's probably lying, isn't he? I don't trust random. He's totally Protoss. He's fucking proxy stargating me right now. But, I mean... Nescient's a good guy. Okay, he's honorable. He told him his race, and he didn't lie. Okay. Alright. What do we got going on here? So I'm going to throw it out there and say you really don't need a 16 hatch against Terran. It's very minor. The fact that you did do it, I'm not going to really critique it that hard. But you can actually go 17 hatch against Terran and you're totally fine. Terrans won't punish you for a 17 hatch like Zerg and Protoss will. Okay. One of your mistakes right now is you're going 16, 18, 17 it looks like. But what I want you to do in the future is I don't want you to make a gas as early as you can. I do not want you to make a gas like right away. What I would prefer you actually do is you rally the eggs to the structures that you're gonna, like if you're gonna go 16, 18, 17, you can go to 18 supply and let the eggs pop and then take your gas. Because your gas, this right now, is super early. You built this gas like right away. As soon as you made a drone, you immediately took that gas. So you have no money. So what's going to happen now is your speed is going to be paced at an awkward time. Like you're going to have more than 100 gas when your pool's done. We'll see this in a second here. Unless you don't saturate your gas properly, you are going to guaranteed have over 100 gas when your pool's done. So you're going to have an excess over your speed. And the reason why is because if you actually saturate this properly, you're going to be like saturating your gas as you're getting ready. Like your pool's going to start and then immediately you're going to be saturating this gas already. Like your gas is just early is all I'm saying. Just do it with the eggs. That way you can maintain good saturation and you don't rip off saturation to do this. Makes a little bit of a difference. And now your gas is going to be super fucking fast. It's like not necessarily, it's unnecessarily fast. The only way this would be good is if you were going to go beyond 100 gas and you were going to go for an all-in. Because you wanted as much gas as possible, like Banes or Roaches. I like that you returned the cargo at least. It's not that huge, But I would just say to maintain good saturation, try to make your drones stack good patches, and then just rip eggs to make your structures. Like when it's just traditional, when you do like a standard opener like 18, 17. Like hatchery, then whatever it is, and then followed by 18 pool, or 18 gas, 17 pool. You make it out of the eggs, not out of the drones on the middle line, because you want to maintain your saturation and don't disrupt that. It's not going to make or break the difference of you getting killed or not. Your pool should be finishing like right now. Like 76. Like 72 to 76 is when your pool should be finishing normally. When you have that much gas. And your pool's not going to finish until you have like 100. So you have a lot of gas this time. Like this specific game. And now what do you do with this gas? Okay, you rip one off. Okay, you ripped two off. Good. It's a little slow on that, but it's overall good. Also, you're going speedlings in platinum. We'll see how you play it out, but I already don't really recommend this for plat players. Just throwing it out there. Speedlings and plat. If you go into roaches behind this, I'm gonna tell you just don't even go speedlings. If you go for like a Ling Bane type of build, you can do that, but it's harder. Okay, you get into the cliff. It's fine. One thing I would like you to do in the future as well is if you're gonna go, so if you are going to go for a speedling style opener, I would love it if you go for a drone at your third base early, and you do it before the Reaper can block you, because right now you had enough money to expand a second ago, and you're gonna have it again very soon, and you could totally throw your third down right now. But the fact that you wait until a Reaper can get in your face, like that Reaper could become annoying in the future. Also, make sure when you put your Overlord here, the easiest thing to do is make sure don't make sure the Overlord itself is over it. Make sure the circle is over it, and the circle will go to wherever you click exactly. So if you click the direct center of this cliff, the circle will be where the green box is, and then hold shift, hold position. Because what can happen sometimes if you don't do that? Check this out. If you just hold it to move command there, if you just hold it to move command, what can happen sometimes for the Terran is he's just A-moving it right now. But if your Overlord gets to the top of the cliff, it has to go out of vision for like 1 second, and then it actually goes out of vision. But if your Overlord stops and it's not on hold position, and the Marine, before it goes invisible, the Marine shoots it one more time, the Overlord will then go, let's go forward again. Like the AI will tell it, run away from that Marine, and it will then run off the cliff again. See how it stopped? But it can still see it for a second. Now it's going to move. Like, it would go invisible. It actually will go invisible. But because you don't fix it and you don't have it on hold position, you have it on stop. It's going to go on stop because you didn't even say stop. You just told it to move there, and then when it gets there, it's going to just stop. That's just what AI does. It doesn't go on hold position when it gets to a location. It just goes on stop because it's no longer moving. Glitched, thank you very much, man, for the 10-month resub. Much love, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. But now, since it's stopped, the Marine shoots it again before it goes invisible. Then the second the Marine shoots it, I guarantee it will go invisible, and then it will pop out the other side. So now it's invisible. But he just shot it, and now it's going to pop out over here again. And his Marine is on a move right now, so it's going to walk over here, and then it's going to catch Overlord again. So that was a bit of a blunder. That's going to fuck you over. Make sure you just shift hold position on that shit. You had it, and then you lost it because you didn't hold position it. Alright, and we'll back to your build now. Okay. So again, I would love a drone for a third base. A lot sooner than what you're doing. But we'll see how you open. If you go for a layer fast, I totally disagree with your build. And you really can't anyways right now because you don't have gas, but we'll see what you do. We'll see how your build goes. Here goes your third drone. So your third drone is pretty late, I would say. This drone should be building this hatchery at like maybe 240. You want to build this hatchery between 28 to 30 supply. And you've also been supply blocked because your Overlord died. So definitely wanted to build this hatchery a little while ago. You're at 36 and you still haven't started the hatchery yet. And I know that you're prioritizing larva, which is what I'm okay with this. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world to be like, you're so late on the third. I just think that you ideally want to take it, and the reason why is because if you go speedling opener, you want to get your third base down quickly. You want to have creep spread here faster. You want to be able to mine this faster. You're going to be doing a very mineral heavy build, so it works well with the pacing of the build if you take a fast third. Like, again, 28 to 30 supply, that range, right around 240, is like when you want to roughly be throwing your third down. Not at 36. That's too late. That's way too late. It's not the worst though. It's not like awful. I'll still give it to you because you're spending your larva at least, but it's not. It could be better. And now you have a lot of larva, which you are now trying to spend a 9. You just took your third though, so and you're also making another queen. It makes sense. But you're not spending it now though. You actually have enough minerals to spend all your larva right now, but you aren't spending it. You could make all your drones right now, which you should be, but you're microing this. This is a mistake. Who cares about that Reaper? There you go. You spent it now. That was a bit late though. You should have been spending that larva like as you got it. This is why I'm not really a big fan of people going speedlings in Platinum. Shit like that's gonna happen all the time to you, I bet. And then your overlords as well. Get in the habit, whenever you make an overlord as Zerg, don't just rally point it and go, overlord, cool, done. When you have an overlord and you like, let's say you have 3 larvae, you say make overlord. You'll have 2 larvae and 1 egg then. Just right click an open spot. Like right click here. Next time you make an overlord, right click there. Next time you make an overlord, right click there. Next time, right click over here. Next time, right click there. Right click there. Right click there. Right click there. Like, you should be sending these overlords already on the sides of the map as you go. Later on, when you're Diamond League, or more specifically when you're like Masters League, what I would prefer you to do instead with your overlords is 1 and 2 scout his base. 3, 4, 5 scout the front of your base on your entrance of your base with all the ramps. So this would be like the Overlord 3, Overlord 4, Overlord 5. All the ramps into your base. You can see them with overlords. And you want to see out of your base. You don't want to have like one there. It's too close to your base. You want to have it like out here, and out here. The reason why this is really good is because it allows you to not have to use your lings to defend yourself. You still have them, but you use your queens to defend yourself, not your zerglings, versus people who go like Hellions and shit. But this is not ever going to be a factor in Platinum League. This is way above Platinum League. You don't have to do that right now. I would say for now, just get in the habit of sending your overlords to the sides of the map. On the top and the bottom and... Holy fuck, I'm talking to the poltergeist right now. Thank you, Bamwich, for the bits. But yeah, you want your overlords to be like on the sides of the map for now. I would say that's a good thing to start practicing because you should always be doing that in general anyways. And then later on, when you get more comfortable with everything, you can start doing the 3 overlord trick I told you about just a second ago. But yeah, that doesn't happen until like at the very least, like Diamond. At the very least. Probably more like Masters though. Like upper Diamond. Okay, so you have resaturated your gas, fixed your base. See what I mean though? Like this is why your 3rd is late. You're making drones, and you're already fully saturated on your mineral lines, and you're making your natural. And now all these drones that you're sending at, they could already be saturating your 3rd as well. Because you got to realize as well, your drones are late. You made these drones late as fuck because you waited for a little while. That's why you need to take your 3rd between like 28 and 30 because it's a very gas light build. It's very explosive in the mineral department because you make a lot of drones with it. So you need to get that 3rd a little faster because if you did make the drones fast enough, like, you know, properly, these drones would be long distance mining for a little while, for like 1 or 2 rounds. So it'd be like 20 seconds or 30 seconds of long distance mining. Okay. Yeah, if you go into Roach Hydra, also your gas is way too early. You're doing both builds. I don't like this. A lot of people do this kind of shit. This is actually one of the biggest problems I see out of lower level players that play Zerg. They try to do 2 builds in one. That makes no sense. I have so many people do this, and I've watched them do this. They mix a Speedling opener with a Roach Hydra Bronze GM style. They just mix it, and you know, they try to make it work, and all that happens is it makes your build inefficient. Because right now, if this is safety roaches, then it's safety roaches. But if it turns into just Roach Hydra, like your gas is way too fast. Your 3rd is too late. Your saturation is going to be fucking awkward now. You're not going to be able to properly defend your base very well anyways. Like, it's going to be super awkward. Your tech is going to be super delayed as well. If you're going to go Roach Hydra. We'll see what you do, though. I would say this would only make sense. I would only agree with this if you knew he was going Mass Hellions. And maybe furthermore, like, you knew he was going to go, like, Battlecruiser Hellion or something. I mean, if it's a safety roach, if it's a safety roach horn, then it's just a safety roach horn. But we'll see. Yo, Evil Putty, thank you for the 5-month resub. Wee woo, yeah, thank you, man. And Static, thank you very much for the 10-month resub as well, man. What's up, guys? Thank you, much love. See, like, your build is very risky. Super risky, and I don't like it. You made, okay, so you went for speedlings, and then you did not make more speedlings to cover yourself right now. And now you're making roaches. Blindly. If this Terran was doing one of two builds, you would already be dead. If this Terran was going for a 2-1-1 Stimpack Bio Drop, you would die. Because your roaches are so delayed, and you're only making a few of them right now. And he could be at your base within the next like 15 seconds with 16 Marines in Stimpack. 100%. That could happen. Now, am I expecting that to happen in Platinum League? No, I'm not. But do I think you're going to run into people that will fucking crush you in the future for playing this way? Yes, I do. You're going two different builds. Like, you have two different builds. You're trying to just, like, fork them together. But they're both going opposite ways. So it makes everything inefficient. Now, not only that, but if you were playing somebody who is going for, like, 4 or 6 Hellion, just really fast reactored Hellion pressure, you would be losing all of these drones you just made. Like, I don't know how the fuck you would ever expect to defend your third base with 3 Zerglings. Because right now is a time when he would be hitting you with Hellions. If he was going to go Hellions. He should be. You're very vulnerable. So again, the way you fix that, the way you fix this, is you make more queens, and you see what this is what I'm talking about though. You are doing a heavy queen opener, which should pair with Zerglings, not roaches. You're doing a heavy queen opener paired with roaches, and what does all of this accumulate towards? A late as fuck tech. But we'll see how you play it out from here. But so like again, this build is just looking awkward now, super awkward. And that's another thing too. You can see you're making a bunch of overlords right now because roaches, they also inflate your supply super fast, so you're supply blocking. Like, you definitely don't want to be going for roach and speedling right off the bat, unless you know it makes sense, which is you're getting hit by a Hellbat timing, or you're getting hit by like Hellion BC, or like Hellion Banshee. If you know it's something Hellion or Hellbat heavy, and you don't want to rely on Lingbane, or if you know it's mech, then this will be fine. But you don't know anything right now. You're just assuming. You're hoping. You're making a fuckload of roaches now. Yeah, I don't know. So you honestly, what you should be doing, I'm gonna tell you right now. And here we go. I'm so glad he's doing this to you. I'm so happy he's doing this to you because you're gonna get fucked for this. That's exactly what I just said. I said if he did a 2-1-1, this is a 2-1-1 by the way. If he did a 2-1-1, or if he did a 6 Hellion pressure, he could have easily punished you. Also, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, this is a minute late. It is platinum. This should have hit you a full minute ago. If I looked at this guy's build, I probably would see a bunch of inefficiencies in his build that makes it so late. But a good 2-on-1 Terran can hit you just around 5 minutes. Like 5 to 5:10. Not 6:10. This is super late. But even though it's super late, I guarantee you're gonna lose a lot of drones right now. Or you're just gonna take damage. He's not even moving his units. He's not stim packing. He doesn't even have stim pack. Okay. So you're probably not going to take any damage. You're lucky. But still, your build is very vulnerable. You're just lucky that this dude doesn't know how to do a 2-on-1. I really think you should just be going for, if you're gonna go roaches like this, and I feel like you're probably gonna go into like hydras now. Yeah, stop going for 3 base. Don't speedling expand. Horrible, horrible. The reason why I say that is because you have so many holes in your build that will die to pressure, and you're not even further ahead than you would be otherwise. The fact that you only have 56 drones by 7 minutes almost is under par to what B2GM would be if you just did a 2 base roach wall off. Your build is about a minute behind right now. In every way. You're behind in drones. You're behind in tech. The only thing you're not behind in is your creep spread. I'll say the only benefit your build netted you out of all of this was your creep spread's not bad because you made extra queens. But your tech and your drone count are definitely under par. And if you did a B to GM build, you could be maxing out within a minute right now. Within 60 seconds from now, you could max out. So your build again. Just know this. This applies to and your upgrades are super far behind. This applies to every Zerg, okay? Every Zerg. I see way too many Zergs make this mistake, where Zergs don't understand how to speedling expand. And Zergs think that just because you speedling expand makes you ahead because you take a faster third base than with, like, for instance, B to GM style. But the fact that you go for a B to GM style of Roach Hydra with the speedling expand makes no sense, because you are so vulnerable to so many variations of pressure. You're just, the only reason why it might feel like it works is because you have people like what he just did, where it's just like, what the fuck was that? And it makes, it's just awful. It you know, it was like the worst attack I've ever seen. And because people don't know how to execute timings in Platinum. They really don't. And anything below that, they really don't know how to execute timings. Like, it just becomes a fucking mess, which is okay. And just like this game for you, believe it or not, is a fucking mess already. You have not taken any damage. You have lost no drones. You have 60 drones by 7:30. I would still consider this game a fucking mess. Again, the only thing I would praise you on is your creep spread. You have the worst scouting ever right now. I see no purpose of what, like, if you were to justify what speedlings were for here, I would literally ask you why. Like, what was the reason of going speedlings? Like, tell me. Because all I saw happen with speedlings was this. As soon as you got speed, you attacked the Reaper that was over here, and then you ran back home. When it was like, I think a Marine helped the Reaper and an SCV helped the Reaper. ViBE, why are you trying to kill viewers through words over the internet? I'm not. This is replay analysis. I'm supposed to be critical. I'm trying to help him get better at StarCraft. He you know, he's doing this for a reason. So I'm helping him get better at the game. I'm not, like, yo, Nessian, you're definitely playing good for Platinum. But do you want to stay Platinum for life, or do you want to get better, right? I think he wants to get better, which is why he bought this. So I'm going to roast his ass. So he can fucking realize how to get better. Now, you made speedlings. And all you did with speedlings, the only thing you accomplished was you ran across the map and you poked a Reaper, and then the Reaper was supported by other stuff, and the Reaper didn't even die. And you know what that really actually did that I saw you do? It made you waste 7 larvae just sitting there, and then you went back and eventually were like, oh yeah, let's spend our larvae. It actually fucked you over more than it helped you. Not only because it slowed down your economy to go speedlings early, but you didn't even spend your larvae when you were using your speedlings. And you made 4 the whole game so far. And what happened after you fought the Reaper and then you went back to macroing normally? What happened after that? You didn't even use them again until the drop came in your base. And then when the drop came in your base, all the speedlings ran really fast compared to the roaches because you didn't even have roach speed yet. And all the 3 lings ran in and died to the Marines. Which is, who cares? I don't care that they died. What I do care about is how much it slowed your build down. That was awful. It totally slows you down a lot. There's no justification there as to why the hell speed seems important. You're not even using it, so don't use it for now. I would say. And if you are going to go speedlings, actually do a speedling build. Don't do bronze to GM with speedling opener, because it's just terrible. And if you're going to go bronze GM style, you make fully saturated drones on 2 bases, then you make a few safety roaches, like 6 or 8, and then you take a third base. And then you saturate the third base. And you know what the pacing could be? With a bronze to GM style opener, I guarantee in Platinum League, I'm being fair right now, this is fair. In Platinum League, at 6:20, 6:15 to 6:20, in this bracket of time, I guarantee you could be 66 drones. 66 drones right now with bronze GM style, with a third. 66 by 6:15 to 6:20. and you have 53. And you don't leave 53 there for a long time because you're currently making fuckloads of roaches. This is way too many roaches. I overestimate plat. You know why this is failing? I can tell you guys why this build is failing. It's because this build has no plan. This build has a chaotic plan. This build has pieces of a plan mixed with pieces of improvisation. Improv. Is it improvisation or improvisation? It's improvisation. Jesus, I can't speak. It's being improved half the build, and the other half of the build is actually the other half of the build is literally like sequential. Like it's actually, because I can see what he's like. For instance, he's doing B to GM build, right? But not really.
Improvisation.
I don't like the way the bot says that. Improvisation, not improvisation. I don't like the way the bot said it like crap. All right. The idiot vibe. Okay, so guys, the point is, this build started off as a speedling expand. It was 3 base early with speed, drones off the gas, drones back on the gas when fully saturated on 2 bases, 3rd base. There was a little bit of delays in this build. The larva was delayed and the 3rd base was delayed, but overall it was a speedling expand style. Then it went into mass drones with a roach warren. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever do that versus anybody who actually knows how to harass, you are going to play an average game for you should look like this. At like 6 minutes, you've already lost like 15 drones or 12 drones. That is what it should have happened to you. The fact that you lose no drones right now is a massive mistake by this Terran. There's like what you need to do if you go for a speedling style expand is you need to actually make speedlings to guard yourself. You need to make about 4 to guard yourself from the Reaper, and then you need to make another like 10 to 12 to guard yourself against shit like this. Or Hillians. And it needs to be paired with queens. The fact that you have no vision anywhere is terrible for a speedling expand. And the fact that you have no speedlings is terrible for a speedling expand. The fact that you're going for 3 base roaches is also opening you up to more damage. Because you're under pacing it. You're pacing it slowly, so you're opening yourself up to taking more damage for longer. Yo, John, son of John, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Much love, dude. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to VFam. Thank you. So yeah, I just want you to, if you're gonna go speedling style, go speedling style. If you're gonna go roaches, go roaches. But just know, if you go roaches, it pairs better with how you play the game, which is blind as fuck, and that's okay. That's okay. You scouted the natural, and it's okay. I don't mind that you're blind. You could get used to using a real roach build more. That's more efficient, and that'd be fine. But if you want to actually use speedlings, you need to start scouting, which is why I do not tell people in Platinum to go for speedling openers, because it requires so much more attention to detail and much more activity on the map for you. And what happened when you tried to attack a Reaper with 4 lings? You didn't spin any larva until you had 7, and now look what's happening again. You have 13 roaches in production. Look at this larva. You have 13 roaches in production, and you have 9 larvae still sitting there, and you're about to have an eject pop off again. So you're about to have 12. This is rough. This is brutal. This is fucking brutal. You have 12 larvae sitting there, and you just made 13 units. So this is rough. It's not great. It's because multitasking fucks you over. So if you just do a sequential standard B to GM style build, it will help you so much more. And for anyone who's like, what is that vibe? I don't know what B to GM style builds are. How do you do that? I have thousands of examples of it in coaching lessons. I have examples of it in Bronze to GM itself, the series. It's literally the same thing every time, up until like 6-7 minutes. It's literally the same thing every single time. So definitely go check it out if you want to, have a reference for that. What up, Johnny? I was playing a game as well, so I couldn't hear you, and I think your mic was muted too. But I went back later and I heard it. We'll play sometime though. But yeah, you're just I'm just watching you pace this really, really, really slowly. Mr. Niscient. And now you're going for... So now you're going for so he went like 2-1. See what I mean though? He went your opponent's doing the same thing you are. This is legit what Platinum League does. This is definitely Platinum League. You went Speedling Expand into Roach Hydra. Like Breed a GM style Roach Hydra. Not efficient. Your opponent went 2-1-1 into Battlecruiser Hellion. Not efficient.
Yeah, fuck you, Nugent.
Bamwich,
That's awesome.
stop. You can donate bits, Bamwich, but don't make me have to listen to it for like 40 seconds. Jesus. Like right now, when I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, like players in Plat, what's a 2-1-1? It means 2 racks, 1 factory, 1 starport. It means he should have hit the Zerg player with Medevac with Medevac Marine Stimpack. But instead he didn't have Stimpack, which was at... Did you see how bad his timing was early? He stood there and had 1 Widow Mine never go off because it kept retargeting drones on the gas and getting out of, and the drones kept going out of range of it as well. And then the like 14 Marines or whatever that were paired with it, they literally sat there for like 8 seconds as they dropped out of the Medevacs. And then they didn't have Stimpack, so the second the Roaches showed up, they had to load up and some of them died. It was the shittiest drop I've ever seen. And what was the point of that? All it did was slow down Battlecruiser Hellion, if that's what his plan was going to be. People in Plat love to do shit like this, where they try to take a build and another build, and it's like, imagine a little kid who's like, I like macaroni and cheese. I also like gummy bears. And they just like push it together, and they're like, maybe it'll work. And before you know it, you're eating noodles of macaroni and cheese and gummy bears are inside of them. You know, and it's just like, this actually is 2 good things that now taste like shit together. Great. Great job. You ruined it. That sounds good? Okay. But yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. Neither one of your the Terran build here or your build, neither one makes any sense. You're both pacing super, super slow. You want to know when a battlecruiser should be in your base? Not fucking 8 minutes. A battlecruiser should be in your base at like 5.5 minutes. 5:30. Not fucking 8. So, you know, there's missed beats here. ViBE is angry today. I'm not angry. This is not me angry. This is just me trying to make sense of someone's build. And I'm trying to help him as much as I can. So I'm trying to let him know that this build is terrible. And don't do it anymore. And I'm trying to let him know why. I'm not just going to say it's bad, stop doing it. Because I'm not a shitty coach that doesn't explain things. Alright. And now you have more drones. I'm going to let you know right now. Again, if you just did beat a GM style, you would already be maxed right now. You could already be maxed. And you could have all this tech as well. You're doing too much at once. You're trying to play everything at the same time. Like now you're going for Spire and Lurker. Off of this.
40 seconds. 40 seconds. 2.
I'm gonna...
Thirds.
So I do think you can go for a Spire and for a Lurker Den. It's just... like you're doing it also before you're maxed out. Like you're delaying your timing further and further and further and further by doing this too early. Like for instance, this building right here should have been made first. You should have made the infestation pit before both of these buildings. You then should have started the hive. You should already also be maxing out really soon after that, and then you should be starting the Lurker Den and the Spire. The fact that you started both of these way earlier than this and before you've even maxed, all that does is it delays your max further and further and further and further. So it means your timing is going to be weaker and weaker. I'm going to do an example build for you after this game. Actually, fuck it. I'll just do it. Why not? I'll help you. Because your build, all that I'm seeing with your build, or like literally all I'm saying that's wrong with you, is you're just doing a horrible build. Like that's going to make the game feel hard as fuck. Your build is actually awful. Because it doesn't, it's like multiple builds in one, and it doesn't make sense, and it's making everything slow as shit. But you are actually doing beta GM. You haven't even maxed still yet. You could have. Oh, wait. Sorry. We'll say this. Let's go right back to when you actually maxed. Okay, you maxed at like 729. You maxed at 729. So 929. Let's write that down. At 929 you maxed. Okay. At 929 you maxed, and you have 75 drones as well. That's also under par for drones. For if you're doing the build like BetaGM style, again, that's just too low. You want to have like 10 more drones than that. That's a big deal. He's just improvising numbers in the system. No, it's actually, I'm gonna crush this build. I am 100% confident that I am gonna have probably less APM than this, and I'm gonna do a faster max out than that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say that though, because when you make shit rapid fired, like we have fast keyboard repeat delay, and you make a bunch of drones at once, it makes your APM go to like 700 really fast. And anybody can do that, honestly. Why do you send a win though? It doesn't matter if you send a win or a lose. We already talked about this. He's winning the game, and I can clearly tell his build sucks. Big fat hot dog. Nescient, I love you, man. I know I'm being rough on you right now, but now you're like, ViBE, I fucking paid for this? Yeah, you did, and now I'm gonna help you. I've seen what I need to see, and it was a mess. Let me help you now. I like how he cancels all of it. Yeah, the game's over now. All you're gonna do is come back over here, kill the medevacs or the marines, and then shit's dead. You know, it's over. All right. Okay. Now let me give you a build. You're maxed out again. You maxed out at 9:29, 9 minutes 29 seconds, and you also only had 75 drones. Watch the pacing of this build. Don't do speedling expands anymore unless you're going to do speedling styles. Do not. The only time it ever makes sense to go for roaches when you open up a speedling expand is after you have scouted a Hellbat or a Hellion focused build. When you go, well shit, he's not going to stop making Hellions after like 6. He's going to just keep making them because he's going like battlecruisers with it. Or he's doing a legit Hellbat timing with like Hellbat Marauder or something like that. Then you can go roaches. But do not fucking make roaches otherwise. Like you did it everything that game blind as fuck, so don't go speedlings anymore. Just stop going speedlings. Literally do this build. Do this build and I will pace everything fast. Like you were at I think what was it? I remember like the timer said 6 minutes and 20 seconds and you had 53 drones. At 6:20 you had 53 drones. That is very under par as well. And we'll show you this game. I'm not going to break down my whole build. I'm just going to go through it as we go through it, and then I'll save it, and you can download it. So you can have it as a reference, a guide. But this is legit BetaGM. I'm not doing anything that's not BetaGM right now. It's all BetaGM. Excuse me. Okay. But yeah, Nessie, I hope this helps you, man. I hope it helps. I hope it helps you. I want you to be able to play speedling styles. I just want you to
because I need this too.
You know, Sassy, thank you, man, for the 10. Hell yeah. Appreciate you. I want you to be able to play speedling styles, but don't try it until you can handle multitasking like a lot more than platinum. Yeah. Like start doing it once you can actually get to diamond through sheer macro. Don't do it early. Yo, Shadow Vagrant, thank you very much for the 9-month resub, dude. Sorry, I don't have as much time to watch these days, but keep spreading the love. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. It's all good. I appreciate the support. But yeah, trying to do a speed link, in my opinion, trying to do speed link based openers that are macro focused in platinum or below is like telling a baby to learn how to run before it can even like crawl.
Thanks, ViBE. I'm gonna prac speedlinks to cause him a rebel like that.
Okay, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, you probably can't handle it. See, like, I'm making Overlord. Make an Overlord. Rally the fucking Overlord to the edges of the map. Rally that shit. Don't just let your Overlords powwow out here. This one stays in the front just in case we get all-in. Okay, we're actually getting all-in right now, I think. It doesn't even matter. Do I give a fuck? Nope. Not really. Still making drones. Because queens are pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Vibrator LP, thank you very much for the 43-month resub, dude. I just made another Overlord. Thank you very much for the 43. Medium AI, what the fuck? Yeah, we're doing a build. It's much faster to do this myself than to get someone in the game and play against someone specifically. But I'm going to tell you right now, I could do this against you if you're platinum. I've proven it like thousands of times already. Platinum players would die just like the AI would here. It's not hard to kill them. Because platinum players do not know efficiency to the point of what they should. Efficiency, if you don't know efficiency in StarCraft 2, you are not a very hard opponent to beat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we can take our third base because we're starting to make roaches now. In like 2 seconds. We're making roaches now. Yo, my name is Bandit. Thank you very much, dude, for the 12-month resub. Much love, dude. Appreciate you. 1 year. Hell yeah. Boom. 1 year, baby. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. So we got roaches. We're making roaches faster than you did last game. You didn't make roaches in your game until 5 minutes. Like, we're making roaches around the time you made your first 4. That is fair. And now you had 53 drones at 620. You had 53 drones at 620. Okay, remember that. This is why this shit like this is important. Right now the time is 4:50 and we have 46 drones already. Now we're about to have 53 drones at 4:57. We have it over a minute before you did. The same drone count. Doing with safety roaches. Where's ViBE Hunt at? I'll make it eventually, guys. Don't worry. It's coming. And now this build is safe, which is why our third is late. This is not a speed link expand. So yes, our drones are long distance mining. It's okay right now. It's not that big of a deal. It's a safe opener. Now we have our third done. Look at the game timer. You had 53 drones at 620. Remember that. We have 61 at 5:45 already. We are going to be fully saturated with all of our tech double Evo chambers. Also, look at our upgrades too. You did not start upgrades in your game until like 7 minutes. We already have level 1 weapons done. Speed's already done. Hydra upgrades are on the way. Level 2 weapons is on the way. So we have a great situation here. We have 68 drones by 6 minutes. 68. Why are we floating 1K minerals? Because this is what happens when you make a lot of drones. I don't know if you realize StarCraft 2, but drones don't cost a lot. 3 Evos. Where's... Oh, you're right. Drones don't cost a lot of money, man. So you can actually make a lot of money when you make drones. But guess what? You can immediately switch into making units and you spend it all. It's fucking wild. It's crazy logic. Talking to someone in chat, by the way. I would never treat Laudalika like, or not Laudalika. I would never treat Nessie like that. The man who paid for this, I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to someone else that was trying to be a smartass. Okay, and now we go into infestation pit. Oops. Whatever.
Evolution complete. Command.
Okay, we have a safety. We made a safety amount of Roach Hydra. And we're finishing off our drone count to like the 80 range. So believe it or not, my money's gonna go up right now because we just made drones again, and drones aren't that expensive, and they also make money. And now we go into a hive, and now we max out, and we can send a scout out on the map right now because we're about to max. So one roach can go to the top, one roach can go to the bottom, and we can literally just max now. And we can take another base because we're mining out in that base. And you didn't max until 929. And we could have already maxed if we didn't want to go for a hive or go for mass hydro. We could have already maxed on roaches. But we are going to still tech our tech, and we're still going to max on mostly hydra. So we're going to be maxing by probably like 840, 835. Eject our bases. And now our roaches have discovered where the bases are. It's a Terran on 2 bases, and we max 835, or 8, yeah, like 835, 836. And now behind this, we can go and do an attack, and we can make a spire and a lurker den. And then we can move out and attack the guy. You did not max out in your game until 929. So everything about this build was paced faster. We had more security in the early game because we just had more shit, and we had more money. Our creep spread looks about the same, even though we're only starting with 1 queen, because it's just been it's been making tumors pretty actively throughout this game so far. This build, do this build. It is faster paced in a whole way than the build you were doing with the Speedlink Expand opener, because it's just, like I said before, it's inefficiencies all over the place. Because you're trying to mix 2 builds together, that makes no sense. Like you're putting yourself behind to go Speedlinks, you're not taking any advantages of it, which is scouting and harassment. You're not doing either one of them. So it makes no sense to put yourself behind for no reason. And as well, we already have a hive. We have 3-2 upgrades going on the way. Because we're already 2-1. And level 3 weapons is on the way. Level 2 carapace on the way. So the game is looking pretty fucking solid for us right now. And now we have a spire and a lurker den done, so we can go into lurker upgrades and a greater spire. And that's it. I'll check the replay, but did you keep drones in the first gas? I did. I actually had another person besides you, Nessie, ask the exact same question today. Let me just throw this out there, but this will be the end of the replay analysis. A Speedling Expand is like 17, 18, 17. 17 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. Do you know what the big thing there is? You take a gas before the pool. The build I did just now is not 17, 18, 17. The build I did just now is 17, 18, 20. And I don't go gas before pool. I go 17 hatch, 18 pool, 20 gas. So my gas is made like 30 seconds later than yours if you go Speedling Expand. And I don't even get speed. I don't even upgrade speed. The first gas that I get, that is 100 gas, goes actually into a layer. And then I get a roach horn, and I make nothing but drones. You can make 4. I did also make lings that game, just to have lings in case a Reaper attacks you, like the 4 lings. But because you have a wall off, and because you have fast access to roaches, and because you have, again, the wall off is like incredibly important here. You have so much security to not taking damage. So really pay close attention to the build, and it'll make more sense. Don't think that Speedling Expands are what you should be doing, like in plat below. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me. Nessian, download this replay. Anyone else who's watching this on YouTube, guys, you can go to my, I'm gonna call it Nescient Replay. If you guys want this, go to my replay analysis channel on my Discord. If you want to know what my Discord is, go to my stream and just type !Discord, or you click on the Discord link on my stream. There might also be a link on my YouTube page. I don't think there is though. But yeah, plenty of ways to get access to my Discord anyways. If you want the replay, just free to download. You don't have to pay anything for it. And yeah, good luck to you guys. We're all going to try this yourselves. This again though, it's the exact same thing as Beta Jam build. I just replicated Beta Jam from earlier this year. So thank you for watching. I wish you guys the best of luck. And until next time, take it easy. Much love and peace. Later, guys.